Before we dive into the how of editing, let's take a quick look at the what and why of editing. What is editing and why we need it? Editing means chopping everything that makes the script long, confusing, distracting, disturbing, and boring. The function of editing is to hold the reader's attention. Read, rewrite, read, and rewrite. That's the process. It's the way to move forward after you are done with your first draft. And there is no limit to the number of edits or drafts. I am Vandana Sehgal, an author, teacher, and book writing coach. In this video, I will focus on the book editing process that helps you understand your next action plan in the process of becoming an author. Every author has a different way to do it. Some authors write the whole book and then sit down to chop, 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 and chop. Then there are writers like Jerry Jenkins, James Peterson, who write the first day and the next day before moving forward, they edit what was written the previous day. The purpose of editing is simple. Remove everything that kills your story. Take a deep breath, then celebrate. You wrote a book, like an entire book. That's amazing. Congratulations. Now you need to do two things immediately. Number one, start talking about your book. And number two, put your manuscript away far from your eyes. Being an author is a lonely journey. By talking about your book with your cheerleaders, you celebrate with them. They understand you and you will feel happier and motivated enough to move forward. The second immediate action is to put your manuscript away. Do not look at it for at least a week. Give your brain some space from your story, and when you return to it, you will see it with fresh eyes. You will attack and improve your story in a way you couldn't do it before. Now that you have given breathing space to your book, it's time to get on to editing. Before you send out your manuscript to an editor, your job is to self-edit the entire story. You don't want to pay for professional editing services if you haven't revised your book. Your editor will find things you could have found on your own. This stage of editing is a crucial step in the process. As an author, you are the only one who knows what your story is supposed to say. When you self-edit, you allow yourself to read your book and decide which elements need revision or deletion. Here are the 3 simple self-editing tips for you. Number 1. Approach it like a reader first. At this stage, just read your script from the first page to the last. You can scribble your notes, but try to experience your book as a reader. You will be surprised at the things you notice and the plot holes you find. Remember, you wrote your book over a period of months, but it is better to read it at one go before even jumping into the next phase. Reading it all at once will highlight the things you forgot about or didn't even realize while writing. Number 2 self-editing tip is remove unnecessary words. A good place to start is by working on adverbs, adjectives, passive voice, and filler words. Pay particular attention to the words that end with "ly." For example, quickly, friendly, quietly. These can be the sign that you are showing rather than telling. For example, he quickly walked to buy food. It can become he sprinted to buy food. While checking your adjectives, you may have used 2 synonymous adjectives to describe the same thing. For example, it was a horrifying, scary movie, and it can become it was a scary movie. Now let's talk about passive voice. Look out for constructions containing was, were, and that. These are less engaging than the active voice and often use more words. The book was read by everyone becomes everyone read the book. The next unnecessary words that you can remove are the filler words. These are the common words that can be removed without even changing the meaning of a sentence. Examples of such words are that, very, quiet, and began. She was very worried that her dad would be angry can be written as she was worried her dad would get angry. While self-editing, another important thing you can do is to start with action. First drafts mainly contain lots of exposition. That's helpful to you as an author because it helps you get into the mindset of your characters. But that doesn't mean that it belongs in your final draft. Look for areas of long exposition or scenes that begin with boring activities. Look at chapters and scenes and ask yourself if the story starts with an action. If it isn't, ask yourself how you can adjust it. It's time to get brave. It is scary to put a piece of yourself out into the world without knowing how it will be received. After self-editing is done, find some beta readers and let them read your manuscript. They will give you feedback on the story from a reader's point of view. Some authors do not provide their readers with such guidance. They encourage any feedback that readers wish to give. Additionally, you can pose a few questions for your readers to consider after they finish the book. This will help focus their commentary and offer you more specific areas to work on or improve. And then follow your instincts to clarify what you aim to achieve from beta reading. Sometimes aspiring authors are not sure who beta readers are. So beta readers are the first set of people who read your book. Their role is to respond to your story. They will tell you which parts of your book are working and which sections confused them. Beta readers are not critique partners, they are not reviewers or editors. They are not your friends or family. The job of a beta reader is to give you feedback on your story. They tell what worked and what didn't work for them. They even tell where the story went boring and what the high points were. Your beta readers should consist of people in your target audience. If it is a book on parenting, then be specific. If your reader is a new parent or already has a child. If it is a children's book for the age group of 4 to 7, then asking an 11-year-old child for feedback will not help. Now that you have all your feedback from your readers, it's time to revise and edit your manuscript. Rewrite what you need to, add in what's missing, edit the portions that just aren't working, and take your manuscript as far as you can on your own. Professional editor is not about just catching grammatical errors. Editing and proofreading are two different things, and before you hire someone to edit your book, you should understand the difference. And that could be a separate video where I can talk about the different type of editors and their services. This is the end of part 2 of becoming an author. In my next video, I will talk about the layout for your book.